All right, all right. All right. This is your boy KQKC Boxing Network. Everybody come on in and get your notifications. All right. Special edition of KQKC Boxing Network. Yes, it is. All right. Come on in here, baby. Yes, sir. All right. Let's get this ball rolling. Okay. I don't think nobody on right now. All right. Ray the boss is in the building. All right. What's going on, Bert? What's going on? Austin Barnett is up in here, baby. Wow. All right, all right. Your boy is doing a special edition of KQK motherfucking C, baby. Oh, man. I am grinding, baby. I am grinding. Ain't that right? Brandon House in that ooh, oh yeah. Chat. Good evening, OG. What's going on, Brandon House? Where you been, man? All right. I know you've been grinding. I know you've been working. I know you making that money and let that money make you. All right, all right. We had a good conversation today on Knockout Boxing, 86 TV. All right. And now we're going to talk about Anthony Joshua and what he's going to have to do. Okay, what's next for him? What's next for Alexander Usyk? Okay, yes, we can say rematch. We can say rematch in the Ukraine. We can say rematch in Russia, and that's what's going to happen. Rematch in Russia. All right, there go my man Bert, and that Bert chat. All right. What's going on, Bert? He said, peace, KQKC. Hope all is well. Yes, it is, sir. All is well, and I appreciate you. I appreciate your time, and I am going to open up the phone lines. All right? Yes, rematch in Russia. Yep, a rematch in Russia. But this is the problem. This is the issue. They had a rematch clause already in place. Now, one thing about it, Eddie Hearn is saying that they don't want to go to Russia. Now, I don't know if the rematch clause specify this, if I'm saying it correctly, specifying this. I mean, maybe I need to talk to Eubanks Senior, specifying this. Well, they said that the UK fans are more excited about boxing than the Ukraine people. They said they cannot sell in the Ukraine. Well, Putin don't give a fuck. They try to take Ukraine anyway, right? If you looked at my video, okay? So therefore, Eddie Hearn, with his conniving ass, he wants it over in London. He wants it back in England, the rematch. Okay, that's going to favor AJ, right? So you're trying to get AJ to be a two-time champion, right? Is that what we're saying here? Are they going to fuck Usyk? I don't know. You see? That's the things you got to think about. Are they going to mess Usyk up? You know, I'm going to open the phone lines up in a minute. And I'm trying to figure out, I'm trying to get a feel here before tomorrow. What's going on? You know, how y'all feel about this shit. All right? Yeah, they might. Yep. Yes, sir. They might. Yeah. What's going on? One hitter, quitter. What's going on, Del Reed? What's going on with you? Yes, sir. What's going on? Yeah, Reed. Yes. Now, so the rematch clause that they have, which every champion should have a rematch clause, you know, in their contract. But now Eddie's saying that the rematch clause, that it's not geared towards Ukraine. But Usyk wants that rematch in Ukraine. What's it called? Uvivik, Ukraine. But they are not boxing fans over there. They don't give a shit about boxing over there. That's why you see a lot of Ukraine and Russia guys coming over here to box, you know, like Klitschko, you know. So, I mean, maybe it can happen, but maybe the sales will go down because we all know that the rematch would do better than the first fight. So that's what we got to try to find out. What about the first fight? What's going on, Jay Walk? What's going on, baby? What's happening with you? All right. So what's going on? Andrew Pennant. Yes, sir. That's why the WBC. Okay, talk to me. All right. That's why the WBC Briggerweight division is a waste of time of boxing. Yes, it is. That ain't nothing but a scam. The WBC, they asked Michael uh, uh, um what's his name to go into the Briggerweight. He said, "Hell no, I'm going straight to heavyweight. Why should I waste my time going to Briggerweight, which ain't nothing but a junior heavyweight? That's all it is." What's up, AD? What's going on, Alvin Davis, up in here? All right. I think we have the help of Klitschko, Lomo, and the other family over there. Well, yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. You should got to have that rematch over there. But Eddie Hearn is going to try to play it where they're going to go back to London because the sales are going to be down. He's going to say, this is what he's saying. All right. Now, I'm just Michael Hunter. Yeah, I'm sorry. Michael Hunter. You're right. Michael Hunter don't want that shit. He don't want no Briggerweight. So he want to go straight to heavyweight. According to Jonathan Rice, when I had interviewed him, he said, man, Briggerweight, please. Now, that ain't nothing but a ploy for government body fees. That's all. Now, and who the fuck is the WBC? Who are them to change the rules and everything about that? You know, come on now. But anyway, make sure everybody hit the like button. But now, listen. So Eddie Hearn is going to try, all right? And we're going to get into what Anthony Joshua did wrong and what he did right. What can he do to make some adjustments, which I don't think he can. But let's get in. We're going one thing at a time, okay? Now, one thing about it, I think that Eddie Hearn is going to try to maneuver it back to London, England. Now, yes, you got Lomachenko, you got Klitschko, you got a lot of guys that came from over there. Okay, Matisse. I mean, they all from that area. Ukraine, Europe, all up in there. So they trying to make it seem like London the only boxing lover. I'd rather for it to come over here than London because his favorite Anthony Joshua. Eddie ain't slick. I mean, yeah, sure, he look like this golden goose just laid that motherfucking egg and ain't gonna lay no more last night. Because they just signed a contract with Anthony Joshua to the rest of his career. Now, he look like a goddamn fool now. At least that's how I look at it. Yeah, you should got his number. Yeah, yes. You ain't stupid. And his team ain't stupid. Now, I'm gonna call Mr. Sampson because he usually know about the foreign fighters because he get fighters all over the world, mostly in Cuba, the Ukraine. So he knows what's going on. What's going on? Knockout on Box 86 TV. We had a great show this morning. All right. So, but still, I need to find out. Because this rematch is very important. It's very important to the sport of boxing. This rematch is very important because, see, the heavyweight division, I'm going to say it's the sergeant of boxing. Because, you know that old saying, once the heavyweight division goes, so do boxing. But right now, what we saw last night, the heavyweight division is doing pretty damn good. Because you want to see the best fight the best, right? And then we got a rematch, which a rematch clause was put in place, rightfully so. But once again, what can Anthony Joshua do? And I'm opening the phone lines in a minute. What can Anthony Joshua do to pretty much change his fighting style? How can he be less timid, less scared to throw and let his hands go? George Foreman said that he saw that after the Andy Ruiz fight. That zest is taken out of his ass. That killer instinct that he barely got came out of him when he fought Andy Ruiz. Because once his knees hit the canvas, he was like, what am I doing? I just took up boxing just to get in shape. Now look at me. They put me on a pedestal when I don't belong, but I still consider him one of the top 5 heavyweights in the division. Now, we got a lot of people saying that, okay, now we're going to see Deontay Wilder and Usyk. No, you're not. All right. I'm sorry, but I'm about to bust your damn bubble. No, you're not. You're not finna see Deontay Wilder or Alexander Usyk. You're not going to see that fight because that fight is not going to happen. Not right away. But I will say this: Usyk would fight Wilder before Anthony Joshua would ever fight him. What's up, King _ Junior? What's going on with you? All right. Yes, sir. My man says, salute KQ in check. Great show today. Yes, Knockout Boston has a great, we had a great show today. So, all right. So, but still in all, you got to understand, now the tables have kind of turned now. Now, this is a whole new ball game now. Now we got a new heavyweight champion. Now keep in mind, when he was at cruiserweight, he did unify, undisputed. Let me put that. There's a difference in unify and undisputed. He was undisputed. He is not shy about getting all the belts. He is not shy at all. He wants all the belts. So that's if Deontay Wilder is successful against Tyson Fury. I have no doubt in my mind after that rematch with Anthony Joshua. Hopefully they can come to some terms. A unification fight. But Wilder is not about to get him right now. Wilder is not about to get him once he beat Fury. No. And that's if Fury Fury loses. Because remember, we still got October the 9th to take care of. We still got October the 9th out there lingering. Because that's for the WBC. So now, my man Darren Pennant says Anthony Joshua versus Luis Ortiz next would be an interesting fight. Yes, it would be. Because to be honest with you, I know he's older, but he still is kind of feared. He's still kind of feared from a lot of heavyweights. So a reason why Luis Ortiz is kind of feared because he has a Cuban style boxing. And he's a heavyweight Cuban that can move. And he's a southpaw. So, I mean, Anthony Joshua, do he want to face another southpaw? That's something you got to think about. And you're right, Roger. Ortiz can stop AJ. Now, my man Knockout said AJ better come in 255 pounds trying to knock out Usyk. Well, yeah, see, I think you alluded to this today on the show. You said that Anthony Joshua was trying to come in and match Usyk's speed, trying to match him fighting smaller weight, trying to come in at a smaller weight so he can get out the fucking way of them left hands and the right hooks, which he did not. And don't believe Eddie Hearn's stinking ass. Don't believe nothing about what he says about a torn or bone broken or whatever. Goddamn it, wait till the doctor see at him. All right? Don't come out speculating and none of that shit. All right? So he also said even then he only have 4 to 5 rounds to do so. It's an uphill climb and Joshua ain't mentally tough enough to do it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Anthony Joshua don't have that fire. He don't have that mentality to say, you know what? I'm going to come back bigger and better. Yes, he came back and had a rematch against Andy Ruiz. But who fault was that rematch? Andy Ruiz. Because Andy Ruiz came in there overweight. That's why. He came in there overweight. What's going on? Omega Red is in the building. So that's how I'm looking at it right now. Andy Ruiz, he came in there overweight. He kind of messed up that rematch and gave Anthony Joshua a free pass and won. Now, I'm opening up the phone line. I want to hear what y'all got to say. Maybe I do it tomorrow. I don't know. It's up to y'all. Okay, but still, now Anthony Joshua. Let's get to this. All right. Now, where do Anthony Joshua stands right now? Because right now I know he's mentally disturbed. Other words, I know he didn't see that coming. The UK people didn't see that coming. They booed They booed Usyk when the young lady was singing the national anthem. They booed her. Usyk was still in the fire, and he went in the fire, and he went in the backyard, and he performed. So that shows you that he got the guts and the moxie to get the job done. Now, he is a slick fighter. He is a heavyweight now. He is a better heavyweight now. Now you got a lot of heavyweights looking at that style. When had the last time you seen a heavyweight box like that? Now, he is a small heavyweight, but he's a heavyweight. And yes, he's very competitive. The first 2-3 rounds, Anthony Joshua was trying to fight his fight, trying to match jab for jab. Anthony Joshua don't move his head at all. He keep his head damn near on the line. So Anthony Joshua has to make some adjustments, right, for this rematch. But I don't think he can make any. I don't think he can make any adjustments. You know? Mr. Mechanical, what did he do, baby? He said, OJ usually put a monkey wrench in AJ game plan. Yes, he did. He wrecked that motherfucker. He wrecked it. He wrecked it. Because they had it all planned out for the chosen one. They had it all planned for him to do. What's going on, old school boxing talk? What's happening with you? So I'm sorry I'm late. No, you ain't late. You know, you're not late. And nobody even know I was coming up. I figured nobody else was on, so I just stopped down. You know, I jumped on for a minute. You know, just stop on by, drive by. You know, but still, I'll be on tomorrow. All right, but still, now Anthony Joshua. Now, like I was saying, he got some thinking to do. All right. Now, can AJ advance this loss? Yes, old school, he can. If they have that rematch in London, but I don't think he can change too much. I don't think he can avenge it that much. I think that Usyk will win again, and he will win decisively next time. And matter of fact, my man Knockout going on a limb and say he might knock his ass out next time. Because we know how it ended. We know how the championship round went. I was calling that hole. And I'm talking about he teed off Anthony Joshua. Now, of course, when the bell sound at the end of the fight, Anthony Joshua smiled, but he know he got his ass whooped. Because he had like 4 unanswered punches Usyk did. He teed off on him with nothing but a minute left in the 12th round. Unanswered. He pressed the action. His corner told him to throw more punches with speed. And that's what he did. Now, of course, also, we have to look at Anthony Joshua corner. We went over this today. You got to look at Anthony Joshua corner. And you got to say, well, because Anthony Joshua is kind of like an Adrian Broner, right? He do what the fuck he want to do. Because he's always winning, right? He's always winning in high fashion, right? He's the star, right? He had his hands up on the ropes, arms up on the ropes like this. He didn't have his legs spread out, which he should. He should have had his hands off the ropes and down to his side. But they just allowed him to do what the fuck he wanted to do. Anthony Joshua should have been throwing more power punches. I don't care if it was at the shoulders, the elbows, the arms. He should have been throwing more. What's up, Drewy Hines? Yes, sir. What to do, OG, chat, and moderator? What was I was saying yesterday about AJ might get exposed again? Yes, that's right. That's right, Drewy Hines. He did, and he did get exposed. Now, old school boss and talk said, how does Usyk stack up against Wilder or Fury? Okay, now that's gonna be good. That's gonna be a good fight. Because see now, how you stack up against Wilder is this. Wilder now knows more than that right hand. You know what? Just in time. Oh, just in time. Because that right hand that Wilder has, well, you know what? Let me put it this way. And you know I'm not no Wilder fanboy. So I'm going to tell it like it is. Wilder would get beat by Usyk if he fought the way he fought 3 years ago. 3 years ago, when he fought, let's say, Ortiz, he would have got beat by Usyk. Because Wilder, all he had was that right hand. He had that 1-2. 1-2. That's it. Usyk would have pretty much boxed him, got jabs in, turned Wilder around, spent him. I'm sorry. Usyk would have beat Wilder. But now, this is a new day. This is a new year. Now he got a new trainer. And just in fucking time. Now Wilder has more than that right hand. And now he can go to the body. Now he got the height. He got the reach. He got the advantage. What's going on, Fair Life? So you see what I'm saying? What's up, Drew Hine? He said, "Go Raiders." All right. Okay. Now, this is the thing. Now, how he fare against Fury? I think he can beat Fury. Let me tell you how he can beat Fury. He can beat Fury like this. Fury is tall. He's big. He can't maneuver. He can't turn. Look at Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua couldn't keep up with Usyk turning him. Anthony Joshua was kind of big and kind of heavy feet, you know. But all in all, Drew Hines is right. Anthony Joshua got exposed again. Then I said this morning, I said, maybe Anthony Joshua is that type of fighter that he wanted to box, but didn't need to box. He wanted to box, but shouldn't have been boxing. How about that? But when you got a team around you, when you got someone like that lion-ass Eddie Hearn around you, when you got a country behind you, when you got a gold medal behind you, you are the chosen one. They expect more from you. Things will come easy when you got referees stopping the fight or stopping the action when he getting pretty much pieced up. It's a lot of fights that Anthony Joshua should have lost. What's up, Jay? Hey, Dixon in the building. I still don't see Usyk beating any other top guy. AJ just ain't it. He ain't hungry. He's cool with whatever happens in the ring. No fire in him. Exactly. AJ don't have no fire. That fire been pretty much put out ever since Andy Ruiz knocked him down. Yes, it was embarrassing. But then the rematch, he came back. I think that was a mistake. I think he went and tackled Usyk too fast, too soon. Yeah, now, Anthony Joshua, he's not like a Deontay Wilder. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm not no Wilder fanboy. Y'all know that. I don't follow no narrative. But Wilder is the type that would talk some shit and try to bag it up. I want blood. I want this. I want that. But Anthony Joshua, hey, all polite and stuff like that. He even said Deontay Wilder would beat on Texas Free, which I believe that was a bunch of bullshit. But he did say that. There you go, Hot Rock. Anthony Joshua got too much quit in him. He don't have that fire lit under his ass. He need a corner that you're gonna tell him like it is. Now, my man Knockout 86 Boxing TV said this. He said, Anthony Joshua corner, what do they do? What are they telling him? Because, see, they used to him winning all the time. So whatever he does is cool. Keep doing what you're doing. We ain't got a problem with that. But now they should have been on his ass. You need a corner that's going to tell you the truth. You need a corner to say, listen, you're not finna knock him out, son. You're not finna do that. But what you need to do is stay on the jab. That's what you need to do, son. You need to stay on the jab. See, he need a corner like that. He need a corner that's going to tell him the fucking truth. That's what he needs. Pete Davenport. Is that chat? Where you been, Pete Davenport, brother? Well, I appreciate you. You're here now. I don't know what's next, Anthony Joshua. for Anthony Joshua. But I'm in that super chat. Okay, yes, sir. You know what? The rematch is next. The rematch is next. All right. Let's just focus on that rematch. Because we're gonna take what's going on, the truth. Yes. All right. Appreciate you. Now let's focus on the rematch. All right. Real talk. Tell the truth and shame the devil. You damn right. I'm not gonna sit up here and sugarcoat shit. You know me. You know I don't give a fuck. Well, I'm just gonna tell it like it is. Where was your corner at? Your corner said, listen, stop fighting his fight. Because he was fighting his fight. I said that this morning. He's fighting his fight. Anthony Joshua standing there trying to box, trying to strategize, trying to get in the jab. Just, you ain't that fast. Stop trying to be Usyk. Be you. Be the best Anthony Joshua that had to offer. And that's what his corner should have told him. Don't fight his fight. That's what he want. He want to draw you into a battle of the jabs, which Usyk got a damn good jab. He was knocking down that jab. He was knocking it down and hitting him with the same damn jab. Now tell me, a big man like Anthony Joshua should have been using that brute strength and pretty much, using his hook, trying to do a shovel jab, maybe get to the body. And the body shots, they was shaking up Usyk, as 86 Boxing's TV alluded to today. Usyk was feeling the body shots. And Anthony Joshua should have stayed on the body shots. I said this before the fight. I said that he should go to the body, slow down that momentum. But it was too late. He had the momentum going. He was working that jab because both jabs on the same side. Working that jab, the next thing you know, the eyes like this because the left hand is coming down the pipe. Knockout Boxer TV said, yep, someone tell AJ Usyk is better than him at everything. So use your size, power, and strength to go to the body and try to knock him out. That's it. That's all. Exactly. That's what you have to do. Now, his corner, yes, they get paid very well. Yes, no doubt about it. They've been riding high, baby, for the last few years. Oh, man, they've been on the top of the top. And Hearn been looking out for them, right? But this is when the time that you got to go in there and do your job. Tell your fighter, just like I said about Adrian Broner. Now, everybody thought I was hard on Adrian Broner. But anytime you tell your team, shut the fuck up, I would have walked out. Okay, nigga, you on your own. How about that? Well, same with AJ Corner. He does what he wants. They need to tell him to use that brute strength and pretty much try to move Usyk. Get him scared to go in there. You see? Did you feel me? Because, see, sometimes shit in fights piss me off. Especially Eddie Hearn comments. Usyk, you know how I feel about Eddie Hearn, right? He full of shit. He full of shit. Now they're going to try to screw Usyk on this rematch. It's no way that Usyk should be fighting in the UK when he can fight in Ukraine like he wants to. And you're right. Lomachenko need to step up and say some shit. Klitschko need to step up and say some shit. Wait, hold on. Because now, if you want to go by A and B side, Usyk is the A side now. And the A side has to say so. Now, we all know Floyd Mayweather, he pretty much alluded to that A and B shit. But a fighter's a fighter. You come to agreement. The B side don't have to cater to what the A side does. We all seen that in Callum Plant. Callum Plant is the so-called B side, right? But he ain't taking that shit. He walk away before he do that. Shit. Pete Davenport and chat. Pete Davenport, what it do, baby, what it do? I don't get why AJ didn't walk Usyk down. He could have took and could his shots earlier and finish him. Exactly, Pete. This is what a knockout is saying. This is what I'm trying to say. He should have used his strength. Yes, he should have walked him down. He did. He was walking him down. But guess what? He walked into something. It's called a left jab. It's called a left down to the chest and down to the neck, and that's why he got thrown off balance. Now, let me tell you, Pete. Let me tell you something, Pete. He didn't walk him down because, first of all, he was timid. He didn't have that fire. He didn't walk him down like wham, 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 and he ain't got no chin. So he didn't want to get knocked out or knocked down because Andy Ruiz is in the back of his head. So he was kind of like timid, trying to use a jab, timid. They was lot was throwaway jabs and a lot was missing. I saw that from the TV. Now think about it. If I was right there on the mat, right there as one of the judges, I wouldn't see all them punches just fly by. But I saw it on the TV fly by. Now, I will say this. Round 1, I give it to Usyk. Round 2, I gave it to Usyk. Round 3, I gave it to Usyk. Why? Because Usyk was using that jab. And they was like, I called it the battle of the jabs for the first 2-3 rounds. Because Anthony Joshua was trying to land his, and Usyk was landing his. He was feigning with it, and he was knocking Anthony Joshua down and hitting him with the same one. Because his southpaw, of course, his jab is the right hand, which is right in front of the orthodox fighter, which is left hand is the jab. So they both on the same side, knocking each other jab down. But Anthony Joshua was sitting there looking at the jab, watching the feet, because the feet plays a big part. You got to position your feet in a southpaw position, in an orthodox position. You got to get that feet on the inside. You got to keep that feet on the inside so you can establish yourself. That's a southpaw. Now, of course, an orthodox fighter, he got to keep his feet on the outside so he could get leverage, step into it. But Anthony Joshua wouldn't fire. He would let his hands go. Why? Because he's scared what's coming back. That's how I look at it. He was scared what's coming back. Yep. So now, J.A. Dixon said Usyk was in charge for all but 3 rounds. Yes, he was, because he tapped into something. He tapped into fear of Anthony Joshua. He tapped into something. Shout out to my southpaw. Yes, sir, Bert. Because I'm telling you, because if you look at all the southpaws out there, you talking about Earl Spence, or Aaron Usyk. I mean, all the southpaws. That's why they outlawed southpaws, Bert. Years ago, they brought it back because, see, before they said it was too difficult to pretty much fight a southpaw because it's kind of awkward, right? Which it is when you first start out fighting. But when you're at the caliber and when you're at the stage, when you're at the pinnacle of a heavyweight fighter like Anthony Joshua, southpaw or orthodox doesn't make a difference. Look at Floyd. Did that make a difference for Floyd? No, because he was a master boxer. But we are talking about a bigger and stronger guy like Anthony Joshua, which should have been using his strength. So that southpaw stance confused him, but then again, it made him kind of keep his hands in his pocket. And that's what happens. And this is what happens when you don't let your hands go. You see, because, when you throw, you scared that something might be coming back. And they did. Then, of course, here go the bullshit, right? And Knockout Boxing read it off to me. I'm listening like, what? He said he couldn't see out his right eye. Now, I'm calling the fight, so I'm looking right at the motherfucker, right? He looking right at everybody, right? I didn't see no eye closed. I saw both eyes, and it was brown. And it was brown, all right? So don't give me that bullshit. Now, of course, you can have a swollen eye that could get in your vision a little bit like this, let me see, like this. But you still can see. I still can see. It's just a bunch of bullshit. All right. But anyway, all right. Larry Smith, my brother. And that chat. Yes, sir. He said a bodybuilder don't have the stamina or mobility to walk nobody down. AJ needs an American trainer. Of course he does. I mean, all the UK fighters all the UK fighters are saying that they want to fight over in America because they have a different fighting style, which we do, which we do. We do have a different fighting style. Now, my man, Mr. Pennant, dear, said, "Can you imagine if Muhammad Ali was a Southpaw boxer?" Oh yes, wow, man, that would confuse a lot of people. You know, and matter of fact, I don't even think they were switching back then. Either you're an Orthodox fighter or a Southpaw fighter, and that's it. They weren't doing the Terrence Crawford and Boots Anderson switching and shit. They weren't doing that back then. Now these boxers, now I don't care what a lot of the old, I'm 54 years old. And I'm gonna say right now and today, you can't compare old throwback fighters, old school fighters to today's fighters. They are more advanced today. Now, do they have more heart? No. Are they more advanced? Yes, because now they switching, they doing this and using angles and this and that. And yes, that's fine and dandy to talk about old school fighters all the time. I mean, that's fine. But we living in today's society. We living in today's boxers. This is a different day. This is a new era. All right. This is a new era in boxing. You cannot compare them. You can't compare Michael Jordan to Dr. J. You cannot. It's a different era. You can't compare LeBron James to motherfucking Dr. J. It's a new era. All right. And just a new time and a new day for boxing. And now we seen last night that sometimes the biggest and the baddest are not the biggest and the baddest. So we saw that already. Sometimes you can build a fighter up so much that they lose their confidence. They lose their confidence, and they right there scared to lose, scared to throw. Because Usyk was landing on punches, and the punches, yeah, they wasn't big punches, but they were punches that let him know that, hey, I'm here. I'm here. And I'm not just going to let you come in on me. Now, right after this, I'm going to tell you something. Now, AJ Dixon said AJ rarely lead with the straight right hand. From he was timed, he should have stepped to Usyk ready to trade, coming in lighter. Was almost not smart. Yes, it was. That's what we were saying this morning. You're right, Jay Dixon. See, AJ was trying to come in smaller. Now, that was a big mistake. Why are you coming in smaller? What, because you used to get smaller? What, you thought that was going to make you faster? Skills pay the bills, baby. Just because you small, you can be goddamn 100 pounds. That don't mean that you're going to be able to do this and do that. You should have stayed your weight or come in heavier, because we know heavyweights don't have no specific weight. So he could have came in heavier and just walk him down and go in. But see, this is the thing. Oh, baby, this is the thing. Wow. Man, oh, man. See, Anthony Johnson don't have no chin. So Anthony Johnson can't walk nobody down. Because he walks somebody down, sure, he can put the high guard up. He can put the earmuffs on and walk them down like that. But that's not AJ's style. AJ just want to come in, punch, hold it back like that, punch, and pull it back. He ain't thinking about no counter punch. He's not thinking about a counter punch. He leads with the straight right, bring it back like this, and admire his work. Okay, I got you. And that's it. You cannot admire your work. Facts. You cannot admire your work. So he should have walked him down. Yes, that would have been a smart thing to do. Come in heavy. Yes, that would have been a smart thing to do. So, but like I was saying, Anthony Joshua should have came in, hit the elbows, hit the arms. Let him know you got power. But see, it kind of backfired. And let me tell you how. It kind of backfired, because this is why I picked Anthony Joshua to win. This is one of the main reasons I picked Anthony Joshua to win. I said Usyk going to be trying to use his ring generalship. Some people call it running. Some people call it lateral movement. And I thought that Usyk would use his lateral movement, use his jab while he uses his lateral movement. Anthony Joshua going to walk him down, cut off the ring. That's how I thought the fight would go. But no, Anthony Johnson coming in smaller, want to fight his fight, stay in the pocket, and fight. Now, Usyk did. He did change up. Usyk didn't fight like the old Usyk in the cruiserweight division. He stood in the pocket all night, damn near. I mean, how many times they back hit the ropes? Anthony Joshua hit it, what, once, twice? maybe 4 times all through the 12 rounds. They stood right there in the center of the ring, circling to the right, circling to the left, throwing jabs, throwing power punches. What's going on, Edward? A lame. KQ, I salute you. Great job. Hey, appreciate you, brother. Yes, sir. That was a good fight last night. It was a very, like I said, it was a very thought out, strategic fight. No, it wasn't a slugfest. I didn't expect that. But Anthony Joshua should have let his hands go more. Now, maybe I would give him maybe 2 rounds at the most. At the most. But we all know the official scores. The judges in London, England, in Tottenham, they had him way down. Way down. What's going on, D-Ray? What's going on with you, baby? All right. Facts, KQ. You should base box circles around AJ. Yes, he did. He kept changing from the left to the right. He didn't go into that ring, that lateral movement. He didn't go into that. No, he didn't do that. Now, AJ thought he was going to do that. Eddie Hearn thought he was going to do that because Eddie Hearn said in the interview with Fight Hype that Anthony Joshua is going to have to stop Usyk movement. Now, of course, you base that on other fights. You base that on other fights, and Usyk camp is not dumb. Yeah, they might be from Ukraine, but they ain't stupid. They say that's what he expect you to do. That's what he gonna expect you to do, and he gonna try to walk you down and cut off the ring and really work the body, because he's a big guy. But he came in smaller. Usyk didn't get him no lateral movement. He stood right there and boxed with him. In battle of the jabs, like I said last night, battle of the jabs, first, second, and third round. And Usyk got the best of it because he was using that right jab. He got Anthony Joshua mind off that left hand. He was watching the feet. He was watching that jab. Then here come the left hand. He didn't even see coming. That's why the eyes swelled up. So, but like I say, I mean, it was a good fight altogether. What's going on, Phyllis Newez? What is going on, my brother? Yes, sir. And you know what? I'm gonna open up these phone lines. All right. I was gonna do it tomorrow, but I'm gonna do it tonight. All right. I'm gonna open these phone lines up. Just give me a minute. Let me refresh this. Okay. And just in case y'all want to call in, you don't have to. All right. I'm just gonna do it just, not for fun, but in case you got something to say about what happened, last night. I mean, you can't, you can call in if you want, but you don't have to. Like I said, hey, got it, might as well use it, right? What's going on, Renee? 313. 313 is in the building. All right. Darius Ewing is in the building. What's going on, Darius Ewing? All right. AJ pissed me off. That's my boy too. Oh, that's your boy too, Najee? Man, you ain't doing so good this year, Najee. But don't worry. Hopefully, November, the 6th, you will see one of your guys pretty much make you proud. All right, we talking about Terrence Bud Crawford. Okay, then Terrence Bud Crawford probably come in and surprise everyone and put on a boxing clinic against Sean Porter, because that's another fighter. That's another fighter that's not hungry. That's another fighter that pretty much don't have that fire in him anymore. All right, Sean Porter want to commentate. He want to be a personality on the YouTube or a podcast or Showtime or PBC or Fox. Hell, he always want to be on the damn mic. He don't want to be boxing anymore. But now, Terrence Crawford. Now, this is the best competition. But right now, let's just stay on AJ for 1 second. All right, Darius Ewing. And that chat. Darius Ewing said, OG, AJ is done. One more good hit from a real heavyweight, he might go blind. You know what? But let's not jump the gun, Darius. Okay? I really want to dig in this a little bit deeper. And that's why I'm trying to wait and buy some time and do some digging tonight, because I really want to know exactly about that eye, because the eye wasn't that swollen. Now, remember, this ain't no torn retina. This is a orbital bone. This is what Kell Brook had. Allegedly. I'm gonna say allegedly. Because I think Eddie Hearn lying ass is pretty much is using an excuse and using it, making it, or let me put it this way, making it out worse than what it is. All right. Anthony Johnson said he couldn't see. That's a lie. He could see. So he probably couldn't see when that jab was up in his face. I mean, that left hand was up there in his face. But after that, he can see. But I mean, I want to see exactly what's the series of the injury, because you're not going to fight a Wilder. We know that that's not going to happen. Not you. So I'm talking about Joshua. He want to fight him then. He didn't want to fight him now, because right now Deontay Wilder, I stand by this, and I'm not no fanboy. I am LDBC, but I don't follow no Wilder or Earl Spence, because those not my favorite fighters. So I'm just being honest. I don't follow no fucking narrative. Fuck that. But Wilder is dangerous. I got to be honest. Wilder is a dangerous puncher. If he lined it up and he timed it right, he can blind AJ. If that eye is what we think it is. So, and AJ, he fought timid. No fire in him. Like we said earlier, no fight in him. He don't have that. He don't have that gusto. You know what? Brute strength. And come out. I mean, he's a big guy. Don't get me wrong. Cause I said that last night. I said, look at AJ. I said, look at AJ and look at Usyk. Look how big AJ is compared to Usyk. And he still came in at 240 pounds. Still 240. Now, Wilder, yes, he usually come in at 225, one time 219. But Wilder's built differently. Wilder's like this. Like I said, his family trait and DNA don't dictate him being a big guy. They don't have big people in their family. Look at his brother, Marcellus. They all are thin guys. They all are slim and tall. All right, that's it. So, all right, we got one call already. Talk to me. Oh, no.
OG, great call yesterday. Canadian Maple fan here from Vancouver, Canada.
Hey, what's going on? Let me turn this up some. Let me turn it up some. Okay, there you go. Go ahead, baby. Talk to me.
Yeah, OG, I listened to your call yesterday. You were right. You were right on the mark yesterday with yesterday's call. You had, I would say, you had your hands on the pulse. In terms of OJ, OJ.
AJ.
Sorry, Josh. AJ. I'm mixing you. I'm mixing OG and AJ.
Oh, okay.
Joshua. He'll do everything he can, Eddie Hearn, to get the rematch, because it's mega bucks.
Yeah.
And he knows he's got an idea now that AJ is towards the end of his boxing career in terms of big fights, because I don't see him beating Usyk in a return match. They will definitely want the return match in the same stadium, because AJ, when he lost to Ruiz in New York, Madison Square, he wanted that rematch actually in Madison Square. AJ did, to kind of so he could he could get that thoughts out of his mind of the loss. So when they say what's that word, when you have a loss and you want to get a victory, so that loss is totally washed up, washed out of your mind. So the fight will be, Ukraine doesn't have the dollars actually. They do have the fans, but it's a very poor country,
right?
Especially after they broke up with Russia.
Right.
The only Russia could hold that fight, but they're not in friendly terms with Ukraine.
Right.
They kind of hate each other.
Right.
They hate each other. So politics there won't work. They do have the money, but it will happen back in the Tottenham Stadium, which is where they had it.
Right.
And even if AJ comes in heavier in the rematch, he's a sharp cookie. Usyk is a sharp cookie, sharp as they come, and he'll make the necessary adjustments. In England, I listened to what they're saying in England, the English podcast, and they're saying they're all blaming McCracken, AJ's coach, they're saying that he's clearly, you know, that he is a scapegoat because they're saying that he was good enough to take him for the gold medal when he won the gold in the Olympics, but beyond that, they say he's more of an amateurist coach, and that AJ needs a new coach to change. He needs to change a lot of things up if there's going to be a rematch, which Eddie Hearn wants in March.
Mm-hmm.
He wants it in March. And when someone asked him in the post press conference, they said, Eddie, will the rematch be in what's the country we were just talking about?
Ukraine.
Ukraine.
Uh-huh.
He said, I don't. He goes, the weather's not too good in Ukraine in February and March. So that was his response.
Uh-huh.
Eddie, kind of. So it's going to happen in England. It's going to happen probably around April time.
Uh-huh.
And I see, unless wasn't one of the judges from Ukraine in this fight? I think one of the judges was from Ukraine.
Oh, wow. Oh, okay. I'm going to look into that.
No, I'm pretty sure one of the judges, because they were in the post fight, they were saying, the Ukrainian judge had it more accurate than the other two, which I believe were from England, I believe.
Uh-huh.
So, So, but I see it going the same way. Even if he does come in heavier, I don't think it's going to change too much. Usyk is too sharp, and like you said, he's a lot more hungry.
Right.
AJ has all the money. He's got the big house. He's got the cars. He's got the women. He's got A to Z. So, but OG, really enjoyed your call yesterday.
Thank you.
Keep up the great work, OG.
Okay.
OG.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay. I thank you for the call. All right.
You're welcome, OG.
All right. Yes, sir. Now, I was trying to find out, someone did say that, okay, he need to change trainers. And I was trying to find out who made that comment. Somebody in the comment section made that comment that Anthony Joshua need to change trainers. Okay, and there you go. Raj, Maple fan, just a few minutes ago, he's from Canada, Canadian, Canada. So he's pretty much saying the same thing. Now they are saying, okay, it's everybody's fault but Anthony Joshua's fault. I said that about the corner. Okay, the trainers. Okay, the trainers are your eyes and ears when you out there. Because remember, you can't see your own self fighting. You can't see your own self throwing punches. So the trainers are there to pretty much tell you what you're doing wrong, what you're doing right. Now, those trainers, AJ, like I said, they get paid well. They made a lot of money. But you got to be honest with your fighter, because you're going to end up getting your fighter hurt. If you don't go out there and tell your fighter what he need to do and what he need to pick up or whatever, or just like Usyk trainer told him, listen, you're going to have to let your hands go and put some speed to it. All right. Now, of course, they probably knew he probably had the edge a little bit, but you want to be at somebody's backyard. You want to be precise. You want to be right on the money. And that's what I was saying about that line ass Eddie Hearn. All right. He's starting already. All right. And Roger's right. They've been at war. They right next door to each other. Something like I'm Chicago and that's Indiana right over there. All right. So, I mean, they've been at war right with each other, because Putin wants all that to be Russia. He wants that land too. Right. But they're a small country. They are poor. So most likely Eddie Hearn is going to try to swindle and have it right back in London. And guess what's going to happen in London? You're right there at home, baby. Right. And what happens in London? This what's going to happen. Yes, sir. El Toro said your house is on fire. Okay, thank you for coming in, El Toro. All right. Yes, sir. What's the smoke? Okay, the smoke is this. Okay. All right. Thank you. What's up, Bola Bola? What's happening, baby? All right. What's going on? Now, Exit Red, very good. Okay, he said, I think Usyk will even be better next time. Damn it, you're right. That's what we were alluding to this morning. All right, he said, it'll be better next time. He knows all about AJ. Usyk even said he could have knocked him out inside 4 rounds. There you go. But his coach told him to just box him instead. Exactly. That's what we allude to this morning. Knockout. He hit it right on the head too. That Usyk might just knock him out next time. See, one thing about rematches. Rematches are funny. Rematches are funny, right? Because you know the fighter. You know how he hit. And one training camp is not going to change a fighter that much. No. One training camp is not going to change a fighter. A fighter going to get in there in a rematch, pretty much the same. But you know how he fight now. You know how it feel when he hits you. You know that he cannot step around. He got slow feet. Well, he going to all of a sudden in one training camp in 10 weeks pick up his feet and be faster. Hell no. Oh, he going to also have some athleticism and pretty much be able to turn on a dime. What he should have done was when usually was using his angles, throwing the left and falling out to the right sometimes. And when he was pretty much popping the jab, moving to his right, moving to his left. Anthony Joshua should have stepped back. A couple times, usually right behind him. I mean, they clenched it up and the referee stepped in and broke it up. So, but still, in a rematch, you know what you can do against this guy. Now, usually might just do something that might just get AJ knocked out. But you got to be careful. You got to be careful because, see, just because you won the first fight, don't think you're going to dominate the second because anything is possible. Everybody got a punching chance when you step in that square circle. So what he's going to have to do, Anthony Joshua, he's going to have to make some adjustments. Now, I'm not talking about major adjustments. Now, first of all, he don't move his head. His head was there all day to land and usually took advantage of that. That's called a boxing IQ. You have to see with your eyes, the boxer, the trainer. Hey, look, he ain't moving his head. Man, his head is still right there on that line. Okay, now remember, the head moves, but the body don't. All right, we got another call. 402 in the building. Talk to me, 402.
KQKC, what's up, my brother?
What's going on, my man? D-Ray, what's happening?
That's for sure.
Mm-hmm. What's
hey,
happening?
I'm ready to train AJ. Tell him to bring his ass to Omaha. He can get some of them boxing skills.
Okay. Oh, wait. Tell him to go to Terrence Crawford gym and get trained by Bomac.
Yeah. Hey, man. Bomac, Derek James. What's my man that you talk to?
Ronnie Shields. Ronnie Shields.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah.
Them are the type of guys he needs. He needs somebody that can tell him straight up and God's honest truth about fighting.
Right. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I think that his trainers that they might be good with the boxing. But Yusuf came in there to fight though, you know?
Right. Yeah. Yusuf came in the box, and you know what? I heard Raj what he was saying. I get it. Right. You know, the UK people, they saying McCracken, you know, he is an amateur coach. Now, amateur is different from pro. We know that. Everything is different. And maybe they might have a point, just a little bit. Not too much, but just a little bit. But still, but you, the fighter, you know, you only could do what the fighter allow you to teach him to do and what he's able to do. You know, you can, you can teach him to do a lot. You can teach him to do a lot of things, you know, but if he's not willing to do it or can't do it, then, I mean, what can you do? You know.
Okay, so now but now I want to ask you a question. Now, do you think that AJ is refusing the training that they're telling him, or do you think that they're not giving him the right things to help him be a champion?
No, I think he's doing what they tell him to do, but I think they're focusing on the wrong thing. Yes, he is a big guy. He is a big guy, and I used to joke about this on my live streams where that AJ used to run like a kid in Chuck E. Cheese. A kid in Chuck E. Cheese. They don't run to the pizza. They run to the games, right? So AJ, when he go to the gym, he don't run to the ring and try to spar or anything. He run to the weights. And they have to, sometimes weights, yeah, that's fine and dandy, but you got to focus more on the weights, more on boxing than the weights, you know. So, what's going on, Deacon Dollars? What's happening? Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, no, I thought you was going to tell one of them orangutan jokes that you usually give on your live. That's what I thought you was about to come with.
No. There wasn't no orangutans last night, though. So, you know, but
now here's my thing though, right? Is that first of all, his jab is absolutely horrible. He needs to go back, and here's another guy I think that he can learn from. Larry Holmes. You know what I mean? You find somebody who can give you a
Yeah.
jab because he never made Usyk respect his jab.
Uh-huh.
You know, and Larry Holmes will make your ass sit down with that jab. You know what I mean?
Oh
He can
yeah.
knock people down with that jab.
Yeah, he got a mean jab. Yes, sir. You know who
Yeah,
you know who else had a good jab? Mark Briller.
oh yeah, Breland was cold with it, and
Yeah.
see, and that's the thing, bro, is that Breland was one of my brother's favorite fighters. You know, because they share the name Mark, so he was always Mark Breland, Mark, and you know, so I always had to, like you said, respect his jab, bro, because he was one of the best in the business at it, and that's always something that I thought that Wilder could be able to learn from him, but that's not neither here nor there.
Right. Yeah.
And AJ's defense is absolutely horrible. You know what I mean? I just don't think that either he don't see the shots coming or he don't know how to protect himself. And because like you said, he was dazed by the right jab, but that straight left was just paying the bills though. Okay. And the other thing I want to say, bro, is that like you said already, you know, his feet / legs not being up on his toes is just straight horrible.
Yeah.
You know, I don't. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say that. No, he's a big guy, and you know he's not gonna be on his toes very long. He's not gonna be up there jumping like this because you know he run out of gas. You know, in the later rounds, and that's the one thing I alluded to when he came in the walk-in. Why are you running around the stadium? And you about to go in there and fight? You see what I'm saying? He was running around the stadium, and you know, you know, you run out of gas. So you need to, you know, he should have walked it and walked on in the ring. But he run around and say, I know you want to holler at your fans and everything. I get that, you know, but you know, I just didn't understand why he would use his energy up like that. You know, so you know, so
see, and that's the thing though, bro, is I heard him saying earlier, like, you know, the day before or whatever, he was saying that he's just going in there like practice and like sparring and you know what I mean? So I think maybe, bro, that he could have you know, had some type of anxiety, bro, where he just melted under the pressure. You know what I mean? Just too many eyes and everybody on him. Go ahead, bro.
No, but I'm looking at Exit to Red. He said, I heard that AJ has soft sparring sessions as his trainer. Don't believe in hard sparring. So AJ ain't battle ready when it gets in the ring. You got to go hard. You got to go hard in sparring because that's where the work is put in at. All the work is done in the gym. When you get to a fight, then that's when it all should pay off. So
and that's the whole thing, bro, is that's when, like you said, you get to show you know, all the hard work that you put in where it pays off at. And I wanted to go to that Bobo has a comment. He says AJ need a new trainer and AJ needs to start swimming, preferably freestyle and butterfly strokes. But now see, with me, I always think that swimming is good because it helps save your legs a little bit, you know, because it's not pounding into the ground. And that's what, like Manny Pacquiao, I thought he running a marathon every day. He ran himself right out of that Ugas fight.
Right.
And then the last thing I was gonna say, bro, is that like Lennox Lewis, Vladimir Klitschko, you know what I mean? There was fights that they had where they didn't even look like they was boxers. Just like AJ last night, he don't look like he been trained in boxing. And if he go like them two did, they went and got with Emmanuel, and then next thing you know, it was it was a tough jab you had to get through to get to them guys, you know what I mean? And then they could take a punch and they was ready to fight. Bro, I appreciate you. I want to say thank you. I want to tell everybody to subscribe, share, and like.
All right, baby. I'm on the grind.
You're in overtime right now, bro. So I just want to thank you again, man. And then you opened up the phone line. KQU is the man. I appreciate you, bro.
Man, and hey, we did it. We did a show this morning too. Men Knockout Boxing, 86 TV.
There, bro.
Okay, all right. Yes, sir. All
I
right.
couldn't believe. Yeah, I had to navigate through and find it, but I found it. I was there,
Okay.
bro, and I'll be there next Sunday, and I'll be there tomorrow, man. So I'm gonna let you go, bro.
Okay. All
But
right. I appreciate
y'all
it.
call in, man. Tell
Yes, sir.
you what
Yeah.
AJ needs. Peace.
All right, peace, brother. Yes, sir. All right. Yeah, but yeah, Anthony Joshua, Deacon Dollar, you're right. AJ will bounce back, no doubt about it. But I don't think he will ever be champion again. But I don't want to speak too soon because it depends on this rematch. Where will they hold this rematch at? Now, of course, if you can put on the performance that he put on last night in the rematch and go a little bit further and maybe get a knockdown, so maybe, just maybe, no, he won't see another championship belt, but he still will be one of the top heavyweights. I still believe that. I still believe that he still be one of the top heavyweights. I don't think he's just completely thrown away. He's trash. I don't think that. All right. I think he learned some things along the way. We are talking about a amateur fighter that got a gold medal, even though the games was held in London, and they gave him a gold medal. I'm not saying that's the reason why, but still, we talking about a guy that been fighting for a long, long time. All right. So now, Bola, he said that swimming gets those muscles working and gets the blood flowing all over the body. He'll stop tiring in the fights. Bingo, bingo. I agree with that 100%. Because for some reason, I mean, this is like clockwork. When round 7 hits, boom, you see him start breathing out his mouth. You start breathing with his mouth open. Round 8, that's where it's really getting bad. Round 9, that's when you can start tearing off or getting punches in, cause some hands start coming down. The muscles start getting heavy. All right, then the championship rounds. Then that's like last night. Usyk pretty much had the best rounds in the fight in 11 and 12. So I mean, yeah, he can tweak that and his defense, his head movement. I mean, can he fix everything? No, he can't fix everything because maybe he's not that inclined to do things like move because he's not going to be a boxer, but he does need, like D. Ray said, work on that jab. He's going to have to get on the jab. That's the key. That's the key to boxing. Your jab. Everything becomes behind the jab. Now, yeah, Blue Ark, they said he had a broken orbital bone, but that remains to be seen. Now, I think it's a bunch of bullshit, but we'll have to see. And that's why I'm trying to wait till tonight so I can see and find out. So for my show tomorrow, I could do some research on it and see it hasn't been broken. If it has been broken, we're looking at a fighter that, like a Kell Brook, but on a heavy stage. Kell Brook is a welterweight. All right. So Anthony Joshua is a heavyweight. Yeah, now Anthony Joshua is more threatened than welterweights because heavyweights hit hard. They hit hard as hell. But right now, on Blue Ark, we don't know yet about that orbital bone. That's just something I think they threw out there. Because Anthony Joshua said he couldn't see out that eye, but I know he could because he was looking right at it. Usyk, all right. He was looking right at that left jab coming right there to his face. So there's no doubt about it. He could see. But we're gonna see a lot of spans in the next couple of days. We're gonna see a lot of untruths coming in the next couple of days. We're not gonna see. We're not gonna hear from the AJ fans unless they coming with maybe it's the trainer fault. Everybody fault but the fighter. You know, but you got to blame the fighter. Because the fighter didn't do what he needed to do. He came in there smaller. He should have came in there his regular size, maybe a little bit bigger, and walked him down. Hit him on the arm, hit him on the elbow. Get dirty, get in there. But here we go again. That fire, he don't have that fire. That's what he don't have. Jeffrey on the season. And that chat. Yes, sir. He said Joshua had lost, so he won't get KO'd by Wilder. You know what? I know Wilder was watching last night. I mean, you can't help but to watch. I mean, sure, your focus need to be on Fury right now. Yeah, but I know he couldn't help it. And I know he heard about it if he didn't watch it. But I mean, you got to think about it. You know, that fight might not happen, but then again, it might happen because think about it. Fury and Wilder, that fight happened. Wilder had the one belt. That's it. But AJ, he lost, all the belts except for one. And that's the WBC, and we're gonna see that on October the 9th. But still, I think they still gonna make a fight. And AJ probably would say, "Yeah, I fight him now. I fight him now," because he don't have anything to lose, but a lot to gain. And that's if Wilder do what he need to do on October the 9th. So there you go. You can go ahead and go in there and get a WBC belt. Then you can try to go back to Usyk. That's if you lose a rematch. And you go back to Usyk, and then you can unify and maybe be a third-time champion. That's a thought. That's a thought, baby. Wow, that's a thought. Wow. Charles Malin. And that chat. What's going on, Charles Malin? Now, what's going on, Logic? Logic said Joshua throws a combo and then doesn't follow up. Doesn't look for changes for fear of getting caught. Very good. That's why I said early in the broadcast, I said Anthony Joshua throws the straight right. He do like this. He's admiring his work. He throw it, bam, admire his work. He don't follow up with a counter punch. Besides doing this or using a jab, 1-2, like a Charlo, they very famous with the 1-2. And Deontay Wilder, very good with the 1-2. Those are called combinations. All right, 2 or more punches are called combinations. But you're right. He's in fear of getting hit. He doesn't have a chin. He doesn't have a chin. And Ruiz showed that he didn't have a chin. So therefore, he don't want to. That's why he was fighting. They call scared or want to let his hands go. But I say he was fighting timid. He was fighting timid. He didn't want to exchange. He didn't want to go in there and just go for it. Now he's a big guy. He should have been in there slugging. He should have been walking him down and walking to him. But like you said, Logic, he's scared that he might get hit with something or get caught with something walking in. Now, I have seen a lot of fighters, not all heavyweights, but some fighters come in, high guard, come in. Some guys got to reset, high guard, and come in there, Ortiz like that. Ortiz, Virgil Ortiz, the welterweight. He fights like that. High guard, they come in, bam, come in, so. But Anthony Joshua doesn't have a chance and don't want to take those chances. See, this is what I'm talking about. We want fighters and heavyweight fighters that are going to take risks. You got to take a risk. You have to. Now, sure, you might get knocked out. Yeah, but you got to take a risk. That's what I'm saying. So, but, hey, but it's all, it's all good. Anthony Joshua, like I say, I want to see how serious this orbital bone is. And that's what I want to talk about tomorrow. And that's why I'm trying to wait and see. But I don't want to take Eddie Hearn on word for it because he's a liar. All right. So I don't want to take his word for it. So, but in it all, I just want to jump on tonight and pretty much talk about it because we talked about it this morning and there's still a lot of chatter of what he's going to do. And I'm just trying to explain to everyone that this rematch, I put a video out also, so, hey, I be working, baby, man. I be working, man. Shit. I mean, an old motherfucker like me ain't got shit to do, right? Well, I got a lot to do, but you know what I mean? All right. But anyway, but still in all, this rematch, I really need to talk about this tomorrow because this is what's going to maybe determine if Anthony Joshua, by being at home again, because we know how boxing goes, because Ricky Hatton's son, I call him Ricky Hatton Jr., he got a decision last night that he shouldn't have gotten. But we all know robberies. We've seen it in boxing, right? WBC. We've seen it many, many times. And that's what I'm saying. And that's why Eddie Hearn is trying to bring that back to London, get Anthony Joshua pumped up, Get the crowd, Sweet Caroline, get them all fired up. You see? So, Charles Mallon, once again, said, I am so happy that AJ been exposed. I knew for a long time that he was a fraud, also known as Glass Jaw. Bingo. Now, Jaw Head told everybody that Alexander Usyk was going to win this fight. Eddie Hearn don't look happy. No, he don't look happy. He ain't happy. That's his golden goose. Now, Oscar De La Hoya, when Canelo Alvarez left, that was his golden goose. Oscar went crazy and shit, started wearing more dresses and shit, and now he want to fight himself and shit. Then talking about Canelo and how much he didn't want to fight, his mandatory and all that shit, right? Because they're upset. Now, of course, AJ got a lifetime contract with Eddie, but hell, that ain't gonna shit out no golden egg. He's the golden goose, remember? He got $10 million last night for that. 10 million. Now, I don't know what the rematch gonna hold, but I think it's gonna be more. So if you want to retire the next fight, he good. He good to go. He got enough money to create generational wealth right now. He don't have to do this shit no more. But then again, if he got that fire in him, if he's that boxer inside his body, then okay, maybe then he'll be getting that little fire lit on him. And yes, maybe a new trainer need to come in and tweak some things. Yeah, maybe or maybe not. I don't know. But oh man, I would love to see this rematch because now Houston gonna step this shit up. Now, of course, he had to be careful because it was for all the marbles except for the WBC. It was for everything: the Ring Magazine, the WBC, WBA, WBO, and IBF belt. So he had to be careful. He had to box him. Now, of course, his manager and trainer don't want him to go in there and knock him out. So he didn't do that. He boxed him because he knew he can outbox him. He knew he had the better speed. He knew he had the better hands. He had the better jab. So that's what he did. Now, like he said, he could have knocked him out within the 4th round. Yes, he could have, because I saw that. Because he left himself open for the left hand, right down the pipe, right down to the stern. And he was getting there, but he wasn't stepping in. He was in the pocket, yes. Anthony Joshua, they stayed right there in the center of the ring, in the pocket. But Anthony Joshua did not step in. He was there, but he wasn't there, if you know what I mean. If he would have stepped in one more step, they would have been right there. Almost glove to glove, shoulder to shoulder, head to head, baby. All right? And that's what I was talking about. Anthony Joshua don't have a chin. Anthony Joshua was fighting timid. All right? He was fighting like, oh, man, I ain't going in there because I might get hit with something. Because he felt them jabs getting knocked down by Usyk. Knocked down. He was knocking them down, bam, bam, and hitting them too. Bam, 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 bam. Bam, 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 bam. Bam, bam, bam. And Josh was feeling that shit. Bam, Then he's trying to box. No, he can't box, right? He's not that type of fighter. Anthony Joshua is a fighter like, that's the type of fighter he is. And sitting there trying to have soft sparring sessions, it's not going to cut it because they're not going to cooperate when you get in the fight. You ain't going to have no nice sparring, fighting match. You're not going to have a good fight on soft fighting in there. They're going to get in there and try to take your head off. This is a combat sport. I appreciate it. I appreciate everybody that came in today. Now, we got Bolo with another comment real fast. He said, Joshua was so timid. See, that's the word I use, but, not let your hands go or was scared to come in or whatever, right? He was so timid, you have to consider that Eddie Hearn might be slow rolling the inevitable. Yep. The Juggernaut beats AJ with brutality, as does Wilder. Yep. Now, I'm going to stop right there for 1 second. But that's one thing about the Juggernaut. That motherfucker might be slow. But when he hits you, wow, you better watch out. You better watch out. If he hits you, you better watch out. Because as Daniel Dubois, ask him. He can punch. He might be slow, but he can punch. And that being slow, it started to speed up a little bit. He started working on his speed out here. So we're going to see. Only time will tell. But right now, I won't say Anthony Joshua is a beaten down fighter. I still think he's one of the top 5 heavyweights. Now, of course, time will tell with that. Also, we're gonna see how he looks in his next fight. No, not the rematch. Now, if he loses the rematch, okay, his self-esteem is just gone. All right, he already don't have no courage. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna tell it like it is. He just don't have no courage. I don't have no dog or emotional ties to no damn fighter. All right, but I have to be honest. He don't have that fire in him. He don't have that. Hey, look, I'm gonna win this fight. George Foreman said the same shit yesterday. I mean today. That Anthony Joshua just don't have that fire in him, and he saw that after the Ruiz fight. Now, let me finish Bowler comment. He said, but the juggernaut beat Anthony Joshua with brutality, as does Wilder. Those zone fights look very suspicious. Maybe so. Maybe the key is the rematches, Bowler. The rematches always do better than the actual fight. All right, TJ Sports Nation, new to the channel, salute. All right, you're not new to the channel, are you, TJ? Is that the same TJ always being in my chat? I got another TJ always in here. All right, but hey, but I think that's the same TJ. I'm not for sure though. But hey, welcome to KQKC, my brother. All right, now, okay, Al Roberts. Okay, before I get out here, I want to see what y'all talking about because see, I really want to find out for the show tomorrow about this Orville Bone. What you all think? I mean, I know this is going to be the talk of this week. There's been a talk today. This morning we talked about it on Knockout Boxing 86 TV channel. The morning after 9:00 p.m. on Sundays. All right. And hey, your boy right here going 12 days strong, baby. 12 days strong. All right. All right. In a row. All right. Now he said, Al Robbins said, I hope Usyk works on his defense more and get his strength up before he fights again. Will Sugar Hill benefit him? Yes and no. Because Usyk don't need Sugar Hill. Now, maybe Anthony Joshua might need him, but Usyk don't need Sugar Hill. Because see, Usyk is pretty much trainer, got him just where he needs to have him. Great jab, great movement. I mean, he know how to sit out on the punch when he have to, because he's not a big puncher. So, therefore, he don't need to go to another trainer. But Anthony Joshua, now, of course, the UK people are blaming his trainer for his debacle last night. But he just, I mean, I'm not going to put in the term that he got his ass whooped, but you have to look at all the factors. No chin, no heart, no fire under him, and not walking him down. Came in underweight, no head movement. I mean, you can take a lot of factors out of that. What's up, Randy Smith? What's going on? One up to you, baby. All right, but still, in all, I appreciate everybody came in today. And we're going to talk about it tomorrow. We're going to talk about all this and more because this ain't the only thing that's going on right now in the sport of boxing. But I will say this, that Anthony Joshua is still a formidable opponent in the heavyweight division. I still think he's one of the top 5 heavyweights. Now, as far as the top 3 right now, I can't say that because, see, you got Alexander Usyk right now. It's number 1 in my book because he did everything right. The movement. He stayed in the pocket. He circle left, circle right, stayed in the center of the ring and outboxed Anthony Joshua and took them belts in his backyard. So you got to give him the respect that he deserved. Now, this is going to be the telltale sign, the rematch. I don't care if it's in London or Ukraine. The rematch. Now, can Usyk do the same thing or even better? That's what's going to happen. That's what we're going to think. All right. What's going on? Randy Smith said, great call. KQ, good call yesterday. Can't wait to hear your next one. Yes, I appreciate that. All right. Oh, yeah, we got another one coming. All right. So basically, we got fights all this month. All right. Don't forget, we got a WBC belt that need to be decided. All right, because remember, Alexander Usyk don't have that belt. But I will tell you this: he will fight Deontay Wilder if the opportunity approach him. He won't be a Anthony Joshua. He won't sit there and try to hide and do this and do that. No, that ain't gonna happen. So, yeah. Now, Bolo saying something about Chisora said rematch in Saudi Arabia. Okay. I don't know if that's gonna happen. Chisora, he usually have an inside scoop on shit. But I don't know. But London, they made a lot of money. They sold out. 70,000 people was in there last night. 70,000 was in there. So I mean, it is what it is. So but like I say, if someone else want to call in before I get out of here, the phone line's still open. But you can call in, but basically that's all I had really. But we will be on tomorrow at 12:30 p.m. Central Time. We will talk about this and other things. And yes, I will find out about the orbital bone. Is it broken, or is that just Eddie Hearn trying to bullshit us? All right. And remember, it's a rematch clause, and that rematch clause must be honored. It don't have to be honored right now. All right. Okay, we got one more call. All right, we got my man Randy Smith. One up to you, baby. What's happening?
One up to you, KQ. I had to call in. I didn't even know the phone lines were open to D-Ray. So appreciate that, D-Ray. Good looking out.
What's happening, Randy?
That was a good call. Man, that was a good call last night. I told you on the call-in show that if he bombarded AJ, he was going to beat him. AJ just don't have the goods, man. He just, and I hope everybody see that he's a fraud. You know what I mean?
Right.
He don't have it, bro. He don't have it.
Right. He ain't that fire. Yep.
Yeah, and when we look at his record, when you really think about it, who has AJ fought?
Yeah. Parker, I mean, yeah. Dylan White, so, and why was Dylan White so mad that he lost? I mean, who are you? His girlfriend? I mean, he was upset more than AJ. I don't get that. I don't understand that.
Yeah, something going on with it.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah.
It's more than the bro code.
Yeah, man. I don't know what's going on with that shit. Man.
Do you think he'll take the rematch?
Oh yeah. They want an immediate rematch. Eddie Hearn said. Of course, that's his fighter for life till he retires. So, and AJ wants to rematch. But Eddie does his talking for him. But Anthony Joshua, I don't think he want to rush into it right away. I think he want to just take his time and get the rematch. But we'll see. We'll see. Yeah.
How much your opinion on that? I don't believe it's going to be one of those that he rushed into. I don't really think he wants the rematch.
I don't think so either. He fought so timid and scared last night. I really do. I don't think he wants it.
When I seen him going back to the locker room, and they showed all that, to me, and I've seen it before, he looked like a defeated man. He looked like he left everything in the ring yesterday. He looked like he done.
Yeah, he looked like he don't. Well, George Foreman said the same thing, but he said after the Ruiz fight, he looked like he just didn't want to fight no more. Some people just don't have that burn no more. Some people just don't have that love for the fight anymore, especially when you start losing. It's fun while you're winning, but when you're losing, it ain't too fun, is it? So maybe he getting maybe he just figure that he's not Superman. And so
I think they padded his record in the fights that I think what made him survive so long is they promised him he would win. He won all the ones they promised him.
Right.
And then they didn't take Anthony Ruiz to beat him, and he beat him. So they probably convinced him to come back on this fight. And this fight here, I think it took some out of kind of like you remember, and I'm gonna let you go because I know you've been rolling pretty strong here about 2 weeks. But anyway, you remember when Ali fought Smoking Joe the second time?
Uh-huh.
The first time Smoking Joe put it on Ali. I'm talking about he took it from the bell to the bell.
That's right.
But you remember that second fight, he didn't fight quite as
aggressive, right?
Aggressive. And I've been watching it and looking back on it. And do you know, if you can remember back, you might not say it, you might remember, but you know why he didn't fight that aggressive? Because between the fights, George Foreman took something out of Smoking Joe. And I think when he faced Ali the second time, I think that was playing over in his head.
Right. Yeah.
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 That's why I always go back to our favorite boy. And you know, I always catch the devil from you and shout out and everybody else when I mention his name. But that's why I go back to AB. When Marcus Madonna beat him like that.
Yep.
He had never experienced nothing like that. And every time he get in the ring and he get hit with something hard, that's the first thing probably comes to his mind. Are we gonna relive this moment again? So it make it hard for you to fight. It make it like you say timid. It make you timid because you don't know if the next punch gonna be that same punch that it was in that last fight that you have to get up off the ground. So I think AJ gone. We done seen the best of AJ. He gone.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, like I said, it all started in the Olympics, which was in London, and he won a gold medal in London. And then, you know, it just took off from there. He has been the light of the boxer atmosphere over there in London. They pretty much look at him as a hero. Like I said last night, he has stamina problems, but you can go run around in the stadium, you know, and you know, get to the ring. I mean, I know you want to holler at the fans and everything, but we're going to see in this rematch, just like this Bola says, you know, hopefully, you know, we'll see in the rematch, will he be that same guy, you know, or would he still have that, like you say, like he was a beaten fighter? Now, I don't think that rematch going to happen right away. I don't think he's not in no rush to have that. And now Eddie Hearn is, because he want to strike while the iron is hot, right? And so he want to tap into that right away. Now, I see some people saying that it might be over in Saudi Arabia or whatever, but they did 70,000. They sold out last night. 70,000 people was in there packed. And I don't know what how the zone look as far as their subscriptions or whatever, but I mean, he made $10 million last night. That's not a bad payday, you know. And so I don't know, he got a contract on the ticket sales and that, but still in all, that he was the golden goose, just like Canelo was the golden goose for a golden boy, you know, Oscar De La Hoya. So now, we're gonna have to time gonna tell now. But I don't think you're gonna see AJ name ringing no more. So, and that same thing they said about Wilder. But see, Wilder is different. Wilder got that fire in him, you know. Yep, that's what I'm saying. Wilder got that fire. Why I say I want some blood. Wilder, I want some blood. God damn it. Yeah. Yeah. Right.
You know what I mean? You can't talk to him any kind of way.
Right.
You ain't got to do nothing to get close to
right.
disrespecting him.
Yep.
And he'll straighten it. You know,
right.
Disrespect AJ. He's so crazy.
Yep. Yep.
But AJ, but Wilder, he's a different type. But yeah. I would say, and I'm gonna let you go because I think I'm gonna get some sleep. But I would say, I need to think about that by the next time you have a call in, because I want to say I don't think he's gonna get it back in the ring, but he just signed a contract, so that might be a problem. But I don't think he want to get back in the ring at all, and I think he might try to use this eye injury to buy out the sport.
Yeah, we'll see, because that's what I want to find out. Yeah, that's what I was telling the chat. I want to find out about this eye injury. How bad is it, or just smoke up our ass, or what? I just want to see, you know, what's to it, you know. So yeah,
I can see him using this to be like, man, I can't do it no more. I just can't. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I would love to rematch him because I'm not scared of anybody. You know,
right.
To talk.
Right.
But I believe the eye injury. I believe the eye injury gave him his exit. I
Yep.
just believe that. And if they do not, you remember you heard that from me first.
All right. All right. Yes, I did. So okay.
Yeah. Well, we'll definitely be listening out for you tomorrow. You coming on tomorrow?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'll be there tomorrow. Okay. All right.
Okay.
All right.
We'll definitely be looking for you.
Okay. Appreciate you.
Right, thanks for the call.
All right. Thanks. All right. All right. Yes, sir. Randy's. Wait a minute. Okay. All right. That was Randy Smith. I appreciate him. All right. And I appreciate everybody that came in today on KQKC Boxing Network. All right. And I just had to get that out today, which I'm trying to find out, exactly how you felt about the rematch and how you feel about going over to Ukraine, which really Eddie Hearn don't want to go there because they're a poor country and they don't have, otherwise he can't make no damn money over there. All right. They just start beating around the bush. That's what it is. All right. He made 70,000 people. He jammed 70,000 people in there last night. So basically what he want to say is this rematch always make more than the first fight, especially if they're exciting. Look at Roman Gonzalez and Estrada. All right. They're going in a rubber match. Not because they have to, because it's so exciting. That second fight is still fight of the year so far. Had nobody outdone that yet. I'm talking about over 1,000 some punches have been thrown. I mean, you can't beat that. And I'm like nonstop every time the bell ring. All right. Charles Miles said, I never seen a heavyweight champion act as nice as Anthony Joshua, taking pictures with his opponents, letting them hold his belts. What is wrong with you? This is boxing, not Facebook. Be a man and fire up. You damn right, Charles Miles. I don't get that either. Because he walked in there in the stadium last night. They showed it, he coming in the stadium. But the people outside, he was shaking their hands and, giving fist bumps and sign an autograph. Man, get your ass in there and get ready. Now, when you got to be in focus and in tune and ready for the fight. You got to put your game face on. You got to get in your mode, that beast mode, right? But we ain't friends. No, we ain't friends. Look, this is the last time we're gonna talk to after the fight. All right, because I'm gonna beat your ass. Now one thing about Adrian Broner. Adrian Broner will say, will tell you how he feel. Now he will fight anybody also. But not now. He won't let his hands go, but he still will fight you. But he will tell you in a minute, listen, no, look, fuck you. Get out of my face with that soft shit. Right? He'll tell you right in the face, right? So, but yeah, but it's all good though. I appreciate everybody. What's going on, God, Body Sports and News? What's going on with you? All right. Yes, sir. All right. Okay. Yeah. He said Glanton versus Ajaba has been a fight of the year for me. Oh, okay. You think so? Okay. Okay. Yeah. I'm looking at a lot of people. Well, yeah, a lot of people saw that fight. I'm talking about Estrada and Gonzalez. So far, that's been a good fight, and I think that was a fight of the year for me. So, but yeah. So, but yeah, it's been a lot of good fights. All right, my man, what's going on? He said, that's Lane all and 111. All right. He said, good call in the 12th round last night. Exciting commentary. Good show, fam. Hey, I appreciate that, brother. I appreciate that. Yes. And that's that 12th round is when Usyk pretty much saw Anthony Joshua start sitting down on his punch and start teeing off on him. All right. And that's where his stamina always failed him in the championship rounds. And we're actually round 10, and maybe, round 9 and 10, and that's when Usyk sat down on his punches, put a little speed to it, and threw about four or five piece combination with unanswered punches. Anthony Joshua was trying to roll with him, but he kept getting hit, bang, then a bell rung, and it was over. And he knew he lost. I think he knew he lost. He smiled at first, and he walked away. So he knew he lost. But he thought he was going to get the nod because he was at home. But when they announced the winner, he was like, and walked away. Go back and look at it. Matter of fact, I should watch it tonight, but still, it was a good fight. So with that, I appreciate everybody, and I appreciate you, Bowler, for that comment. when you said absolutely best fight play by play. Yes, I appreciate that. Yeah, we did almost 10,000 views last night. So that's good for us. All right. So I appreciate everybody. Thank you for coming in. And I will be live tomorrow at 12:30 p.m. Central Time. And yes, I will be live Monday through Friday. Okay. What's going on, my sister? And 007 is in the building. All right. So, but I appreciate everybody on this Sunday evening and night. Okay. And like I say, let's get ready for tomorrow, 12:30 p.m. And like I say, I'm going 13 days strong, baby. All right. No day off. Hey, we got to talk this boxing talk. It's about to get heated up, baby. Yes, sir. It's about to get heated up. I'm talking about in the next 2 and 3 months. I'm talking about October. We talking about November and December. All right. We got Terrence Crawford. We got Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua. No, we don't. All right. We got Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. All right. I did Porter and Crawford. We got them coming down the pipe. We got Lopez and Cambosa. No matter how much zest it lost, we got that coming down the pipe. I mean, we got a lot of fights coming up, and I can't wait to see them. We got the real big baby Anderson. That fight, that undercard for Deontay Wilder, man, that motherfucker is lit. We talking about none other than the middleweight himself, Julian J. Rock Williams, baby. All right, so he's coming in with a new trainer, of course, and we got Canelo Alvarez, and yes, right, and Kevin Plant. I mean, man, listen, it's fire. And boxing is back. Boxing is back and better than motherfucking ever, baby. All right, I am KQKC Boxing Network. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe right now. Right now, and hit that like button on your way out. I respect you, and I thank you for coming out today, tonight, and last night, and this morning on Knockout Boxing 86 TV. All right, and what's going on, Chase Money? What's going on? Respect the grind. Salute, OG. Yes, sir. I appreciate you. All right, and I'll be right back on the grind tomorrow at 12:30 p.m. Central Time. And with that, that's all I have. Shout out to the almighty LDBC. Shout out to New Media's Row. And shout out to all my subscribers, all my supporters. I appreciate you. I respect you. And I thank you. And yes, we are going to be having another giveaway of a pay-per-view. Yes, sir. Yes, we are. Oh, wow. Wow, wow, wow. So last time I think Mike 202 won that one. I forgot which fight that was, but I think it was Earl Spence fight. We gave him the money for the pay-per-view. All right. So we're going to be working on that for one of these good fights. All right. So I appreciate you. Appreciate Bruce Goals. What's going on? Appreciate Jay Tramel just popped in. Thank you, OG. Yes, sir. Appreciate you. All right. And with that, that's all the old KQ got for you. All right. So right now, I'm gonna go in here and try to find out about this orbital bone. All right, and do some what's going on in the sport of boxing. So stay tuned for tomorrow. Peace and love. I'm out.